This is an email sending machine. With this, you can send thousands of emails for free using Gmail and Make.com. I'm going to show you how I've set this up to avoid getting one of these. This is a suspension notice from Google, and I've taken one for the team here. I actually have pushed the limits until I breached them, so I'm going to show you how to stay within Google's limits and be able to leverage this for sending out emails when you don't want to send them manually, or you don't want to pay for some email automation tool like SendGrid or ConvertKit. All right, let's build this machine. The first thing you're going to need is a Make.com account. It's free, so just go and grab yourself one, and then you're going to be able to open up a new scenario. When you click on Create New Scenario, you're going to get a blank page that looks a bit like this. And the first thing we're going to need is to connect Google Sheets. This is going to have our list of the emails that we want to send an email to. So let's connect Google Sheets. The one we want is to watch when new rows are added. Now, all it's going to ask is to connect to your Google account that has that Google Sheet. So we'll go to test. The sheet name is going to be called test. I've already set it up. And the limit, I'm going to set this to 10, and I'll come back to why I've set it to 10 a little bit later. And this is our Google Sheet we just connected. Pretty straightforward. It has a column A with a list of emails. Don't worry, all these emails are dummy emails generated from an app that generates dummy emails. The next module we want to add is a sleeper tool. So if I just click on here, tools, there's this sleep one. It's going to ask us the number of seconds, and I'm setting this to say 3 seconds. And the reason for that is we're going to be using Google's API to connect to Gmail, and we want to stay within reasonable rate limits. All right, now we need to add the router. So we just click on this one, go to Flow Control, add router. I'm going to delete this one out because we're going to clone this one when it's set up. We're going to connect our Gmail account here, and then we'll clone it a few times. It's probably a good idea not to use your main Gmail account for that. If you do need to set up a new Gmail account, basically go to Google, create a new account, and then jump back over into Make. If I click on this, we can type in Gmail, send an email. So now we just need to connect our Gmail account. This also works with a Google Workspace account. Create a connection. When you're authenticating your account, if you get a warning or an error message that looks something like this, don't worry, go down here and click on this guide. There's a couple of steps you need to follow to get this client ID and client secret that is linked to your Gmail account. Once you've got them, just hit sign in with Google. All right, now it's time to enter in our email address. I'm just going to select column A, which was the email address. Before I go to the next step, I just want to show you back over in our spreadsheet, I've actually added a separate column, and we need this so that we can set up the router, which is going to distribute emails which are very similar, but they're going to have different subjects and different bodies. This is also good for like A/B testing, except it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G testing. And when I've done this before, when I've had conversions, it's funny, you might find that every email that went out under sequence number 3 was the converting one. So not only are you sending less spam-like email, you're actually collecting information about what subject headings and email content works best. Now that we have this Gmail set up, we do need a subject and the content. So over in ChatGPT, if I paste in this prompt here, can you draft a 200-word email to introduce potential users to a new app called getpage.site that generates directory listings, whatever, it's going to write an email for us. So I'll just get it to draft an email. It's given us a subject as well. That looks pretty good. Now we need to get this into Make. Now I do have a few different versions of this email. I like to convert the email into HTML. So you can see it's the exact same email here as the one down here, except it's got the P tags. You can either just add these tags on, or you can copy and paste your email over into ChatGPT and ask it to mark it up in HTML. I will copy the email and we'll add this over into the content section. And for the subject, I'll just type in, come and try getpage.site. We're going to press save on that. So now we're going to set up a filter. We're going to label this 1, and the condition is when this sequence equals 1, we want this email to fire. And now this is sort of where a bit of the magic happens. If we go clone, and we're going to clone this one again. So I've cloned this so we have 6 Gmail actions. And what we're going to do now is change each of the filters. So this was fire when it's equal to 1. This one will fire when it's equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll just quickly do that. Okay, so we've cloned our initial Gmail setup and we've set a filter here. So this email will only send from our Google Sheet when the sequence equals 1. And this one will fire when the sequence equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next thing you want to do is when you go in to the second, third, fourth, and fifth one is change the subject and change the content slightly. Don't use too many emojis in the subject line. Limit the number of emojis in the content. Many of these things sort of trigger spam warnings. So just stick to sort of plain text where possible. A couple is okay. All right, so this is pretty much ready to go, except for we haven't talked about Gmail sending limits. And this is probably the most important thing in the entire video. If you go over to Google and you search for Gmail sending limits, you'll get this document here. Just scroll down and have a look at this. Recipients per message sent with the Gmail API, 500. If you breach the 500, your account will be instantly suspended and you'll be banned, and that's it. It's all over. So don't go anywhere near the 500. If we go back to make, we can now make sure that we don't go anywhere near the 500 by going to Google Sheets. And earlier in the video, we talked about this limit. I've set it at 10. So if we say that this sequence is going to fire every single hour and it sends 10, well, that's going to be 240 emails per day. So about 1,000 every 4 days. And that's just from one email account. And that's sending less than 50% of the limit. We're doing all the right things. We can now turn this on. I'm going to set it to 60 minutes. I'm going to activate the scenario. Now I'll save it. And with a bit of luck, if I press run once, we should see the first 10 emails get sent. And there they go in sequence. So if you've got any questions on how any of this works, let me know in the comments. If you got a bit of value from this video, consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you like this kind of stuff, maybe check out this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.